In today's breaking story, the New York Times just exposed Trump's desperate Friday phone call. That's right, Donald Trump keeps getting more and more pathetic. How's it going, everybody? Hunter Avalone here with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, Donald Trump and his administration are an absolute disaster, all the way to Caroline Leavitt.
We've not gotten any information specifically from the Speaker or from House Republican leadership, although it is a matter of deep concern. Like, we've already seen a rise in political violence and hatred in America. And then you've got swastikas apparently appearing in the offices of Republican members of Congress. You've got young Republicans engaging in the most anti-Semitic and racist speech possible. Like, this is apparently who many of these people are. They are ripping the sheets off in plain view of the American people. Their words, their actions, revealing themselves in so many different ways. And then you got Caroline Leavitt, who's sick, she's out of control. And I'm not sure whether she's just demented, ignorant, a stone cold liar, or all of the above. But the notion that an official White House spokesperson would say that the Democratic Party consists of terrorists, violent criminals, and undocumented immigrants, this makes no sense. That this is what the American people are getting from the Trump administration in the middle of a shutdown. So their actions continue to speak for themselves, which is why they're on the wrong side of public sentiment.
And now even Fox News is forced to admit that Trump's economy is a disaster.
U.S. retail and restaurant index is showing signs of deceleration. In fact, it's going to soon be below the sweet spot. Let's bring in the Director of Consumer Research, Jeroen Martins. Jeroen, what's the sweet spot?
Well, the sweet spot is what you've been seeing even before the pandemic, that the numbers initially started double digits and then remained for the most part between 3 and 5% for revenue. That is now expected to decline to 1.9% this holiday
And it held
season.
up pretty good. I mean, 33, yes. 20s, and the 20, yes. 37. So we did have the third quarter of 24 that we dipped single digits for a moment there, but we had the rebound.
Yes.
Now it doesn't feel like we're going to rebound.
No, it doesn't. And I agree with your previous guest here, whereas that the affluent consumer is the one doing the heavy lifting already. We're already seeing that in our data. When you see it, the biggest winner within this sector, it's the hotels, leisure,
right.
and travel.
Right.
And this is telling us that the luxury consumer are the ones going and booking those travel spending. We're seeing robust spending there, whereas the middle and lower class consumer are being squeezed.
But now Trump is running. That's right. The New York Times just exposed Trump's desperate Friday phone call. Take a look at today's top story. President Donald Trump is clearly feeling the pressure, and according to a bombshell New York Times report, he just made one of the most desperate political moves of his presidency. Sources say Trump personally called into a private meeting of Indiana Senate Republicans, not a public event, not a press conference, but a closed-door gathering of his own party lawmakers. His goal? To beg them to redraw Indiana's congressional map to give Republicans total control of all 9 districts. Think about that. A sitting president interrupting a private state meeting to pressure officials to rig maps in his favor. That's not leadership. That's desperation. According to the Times, even Trump's own allies in Indiana were stunned by the move. State Republicans have been publicly resisting this mid-decade realignment scheme, something that's almost unheard of outside of blatant power grabs. Trump's demand: eliminate both Democratic districts, effectively wiping out any opposition before the 2026 midterms. And it gets worse. Vice President J.D. Vance has reportedly made 2 separate trips to Indiana to personally sell the plan. That means this isn't a one-off phone call, it's a coordinated campaign from the White House to twist the arms of their own party members. Meanwhile, new polling from the Indiana Capital Chronicle shows the public isn't buying it. A majority of Hoosiers, 53 to 34%, say they oppose Trump's idea of mid-decade redistricting. Even lifelong conservatives are starting to question the legality and the morality of what Trump is doing. It's the clearest sign yet that Trump's grip on his party is slipping. A president doesn't cold call state senators, unless he's losing control. What we're witnessing is unprecedented. A sitting president personally trying to redraw the country's political map over the phone and being met with resistance from his own party. Thanks so much for watching. Please click that like button and subscribe to Occupy Democrats so that you can stay informed and help us stop Donald Trump.